everyone, so I know it's been quite a while, but we are back with another video. In our previous video about the GP A-level journey, almost all of y'all have been asking how to actually write an essay. So in this video, I'll be talking more about how to actually write an essay using the P.E.E.L format. So in Singapore, we usually use the P.E.E.L format: point, example, explain, link, or point, explain, example, link. So it depends on whether you want to start with an example or an explanation first. Today, I'll be using an example that I've written during my JC days. So the question would be, how far in your society should unpopular views be open to discussion? I'm going to start off with the intro paragraph. So in my introduction, I may start with the paragraph with a question or a fact, a statement, or even an example. So in this paragraph, I'm starting with a question. So I'm providing this platform for readers to think about what they would think a world would be where unpopular views are not open to discussion. Give them a while to think, and then I will follow up with another one or two sentences about how would I perceive a world where unpopular views are not open to discussion. After that, I will link back to what am I trying to bring in this paragraph, which is I believe that unpopular views should be open. Why? So I'm talking about it provides a positive change and it provides freedom of speech. But I don't want to start straight away with being open to discussion, so I'm going to start with a rebuttal paragraph instead. To link up the intro paragraph with my rebuttal paragraph, I need one more sentence to have a link. So I'm using however. I'm saying some critics may argue to link to my rebuttal paragraph. So this is going to be my rebuttal paragraph. So I'm going to start with a point, and my point is that Singapore is a multiracial country. But why? Before that, let me just tell you that usually in my paragraphs, I start off with an adjective beside a country. So for example, a multiracial Singapore, or a technology advanced country like Singapore, or a silver tsunami Singapore. So usually I use these adjectives to link to what I'm going to say. So in this case, I'm using a multiracial state like Singapore. So after that, why am I using a multiracial? So I'm saying that different races are trying to live together and give respect to each other. Therefore, it's quite hard to actually talk about sensitive and controversial topics regarding race, which could potentially cause more tension. Why am I thinking that way? I will link to an example. So in this example, I'm saying that this lady, she mocked a race, and because of that, immediate action has to be taken on her, where she had to take down her post and apologize to the community. So I need to explain why am I using that example. So I'm saying that because of this example, our government believes that this may weaken our multiracialism. So therefore, zero tolerance should be taken, and therefore we don't want to have this kind of tension to happen at all. You can end it off with a link it back to the point that you're trying to bring in this paragraph. But you can also, if you have time, you can also add on saying an alternative thesis. So usually an alternative thesis is that what if another thing had happened. So in this case, I'm using that, let's say if this lady had been more appreciative and accept other people's culture and the diversity in Singapore, maybe this incident would not have happened at all. So from that, then I can end it off with a link that we should carefully monitor ourselves of what we say, and also try not to potentially break that fragile society that we have. So I'm linking back to the point that I'm trying to bring. So that's the P.E.E.L format. So in this paragraph, I'm using a point, explain, example, and then maybe an alternative thesis that you want to add, and then finally a link. Okay, so that's done with the rebuttal paragraph. So now I'm going to talk about the stand that I'm having, which is actually unpopular views should be open to discussion. Some of y'all might say I beg to differ, but it's a double-edged sword. But I'll just keep it simple. I'll just say however, comma, then I'll start with my paragraph. Follows the same thing, the same format, the P.E.E.L format. Point, I'm saying that unpopular views should be discussed, but why? Why does it has to be discussed? So I'm saying it will provide a positive change in our conservative society. But why? Well, how these positive changes are going to impact our country? So I'm mentioning that these positive changes will improve our welfare and also mitigate certain issues that we have in our country that has not been spoken in many decades. So you can see that all the paragraphs that I'm writing, I'm always thinking about the why. How does that sentence will link to the next sentence? As long as you tell yourself why, you will have a flow in your essay. Secondly, try to keep your sentence simple. I usually keep my sentence 7 to 10 words. For the conclusion, very simple. I always will say looking forward. So what do I think about this essay looking forward? So in this conclusion, I'm saying looking forward, I would want more people to talk about unpopular views, be more open about, knowing about the issues that we are facing and possibly lead to peace and stability in our society. That's it, very simple. You don't need to have a very long conclusion. So that's it, and that's my explanation to how to actually use a P.E.E.L format. And if you have any other questions, do feel free to write down in the comment section and we will definitely answer you all back. And all the best for your midterms, your prelims and your A-levels this year, whoever is taking this year, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!